Fueled by Deathcast.
So almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years.
You get the job. What was it like walking into this company? You started out on the production floor, correct?
Yes, I did.
All
Yes,
right.
I did.
So kind of walk us through like your first impressions of working for Deathwish.
It was very exciting, but also I want to say a little intimidating because I was walking into an environment where for the first time there was a lot of people who I was working with who were my own age. Yes, which I had never done before. So walking in, just getting to know everyone. I used to be a teacher before this job.
Really?
Yep. So I worked at an elementary school, and you can imagine a lot of the teachers there were, experienced, a little bit older, and I sort of felt out of place. So I kind of wanted to make a good impression when I walked into Deathwish, and hopefully I think I did that.
Okay. So let's walk it back even further then. Sure. You were teaching before you were here at Deathwish. What were you teaching?
Yes, sir. So I was an elementary school physical education teacher.
Really? How long?
3 years.
Did you go to school for that?
I did. I went to Springfield College in Massachusetts. It was a great 4 years, and then I started teaching right off the bat after that. And after 3 years, I decided I did not want to do that anymore.
Not to get, I guess, too much into it, but where was that turning point for you? At 3 years in, was it just the daily grind of being a teacher?
Oh, I could tell you exactly, man. I was 3 years in. So the very first teaching job I had was in a pretty rough area, and it took a toll on me. I was pretty stressed out most of the time. 3 years in, my older brother had his third child, and he was back here in New York. My father back here in New York. My little brother was out there in Massachusetts with me, but I was a good distance away from him. So I almost felt like I needed to be with my family again, kind of thing.
Understandable.
So at the end of that third year, I decided to take a chance and come back to New York, and I didn't have a job at that time. So I jumped in to working at the Saratoga racetrack for the summer. Mm-hmm. Awesome job, really fun, cool experience.
What did you do there?
So they actually, I just signed on to do like an outdoor thing and sort of like maintenance on the lawns and cutting the grass, all that stuff. And they actually liked me so much they taught me how to drive the tractors between races.
Really? Oh, to like groom the tracks?
So I was
stuff?
one of the guys who would go around the track between races, rake the track, and yeah.
Wow, one of my earliest jobs when I was 16, I worked for the track. I ported. So there was a company that had a bunch of lemonade stands and pretzel stands. Nice. And one sausage and peppers and onion and funnel cake stand.
Nice.
And I would have to make sure that they were stocked all day, every day with
Nice.
so I was running around the track all the time. Saratoga Racetrack is an incredible experience.
Yes,
for sure.
Absolutely, hell yeah.
So you come back, you're doing that. When does Deathwish come into play? Was Deathwish even on your radar at this point? Do you know what it was? Or?
So, yes. So, funny story, I actually went to high school with a relative of Mike Brown.
Oh, okay.
And he's one of my good friends, and I was at his apartment one day, and he actually brought out the Deathwish vodka.
Oh.
And that was my very first experience with Deathwish. So I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. They're not a vodka company, though. And he's like, no, they make coffee. So that's the first time I heard of them, and that was like a year before I even applied for the job here.